79 oh, gets caught up in it just at the very end. The 67 though of Nathan Stanley makes it on through free and clear. He, Paul Verdiani, and Larry Dickerson having a drag race down to the for one last attack, getting underneath him, not quite able to make it stick, having to lift once again. Oh, into exit of turn number 4, down onto the front straightaway here. Who's going to win it with the drag race? It's going to be Timothy Pope. Race 3 and 4, 751 with a hefty lead here, about a half a car length as the one gets up into the wall with a run down. 200 feet. It's going to be a close one across the line. Garrett Welch made it 3 wide on the far outside lane, picking up spots left and right here as everybody fighting for every single spot we go. Coming across the line, white flag. So here we go, final lap. Hello and welcome everybody into some great racing action, all brought to you by the NTRL here at Michigan tonight, as the Super Speedway League has a pretty good and fun race in store for everybody here tonight. So let's get everybody all sit back, relaxed, and enjoy tonight's action.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And welcome back. As always, we have to say a huge thank you to the great supporters of the NTRL, one of which is tonight's race sponsor, Martin Sports. Not only have they been picking up some of the stuff on the side, but they've been doing a whole lot more and hosting tonight's race here at Michigan. So thank you to Martin Sports. Be sure to go check them out for any of your racing apparel needs. And be sure to go ahead and get some custom ordered stuff, because it's all customized, man. Customized is really, really good. So big thank you again to Martin Sports. Of course, we also have to say a huge thank you to Davidson Builders, the premier custom builders up there in the northern New Jersey area. Whether you're looking to put on an addition, maybe do some remodeling, or even just change out that kitchen sink, man, be sure to reach on out to Davidson Builders, so that way you can ensure that the pros do it and the pros do it right. So big thank you to Davidson Builders. Big thank you as well to DEP Graphics. Some fantastic paint schemes being made out of their workshops here every single day. So be sure to go get one customized all up to your standards. All fantastic and looking great. So big thank you to DEP Graphics. Of course, big thank you as well to Sim Gear Central as well. The great, fantastic button boxes coming out of them are absolutely amazing. You got all the turn knobs, flip switches, anything you could think of, all at the reach of your buttons, or at the reach of your buttons, at the reach of your fingers. All the buttons at the reach of your fingers to help you in your sim experience. A big thank you to Sim Gear Central. Of course, big thank you to Track Bar Media as well. Some fantastic videography and photography of real life and sim life racing. So be sure to go and check out Track Bar Media here today. And that's all our fantastic sponsors. So as always, I am Alan Brown, and I am joined by two of my best friends here, one of which up in the booth with me, Mr. Alan English, the brew master in general, as we return to probably, we say this about a lot of tracks, how we like it, and it's a really good one, but I gotta say, here at Michigan, Alan, this is by far our favorite. Always 5-star reviews, everything.
Yeah, as long as I can stay within reach of my buttons, it's going to be a great race. Just messing with you, everybody. But yeah, man, we love coming here. Every time we come here, it's a great show. These drivers in this league especially put on a great show here. They don't put up with any nonsense here in NTRL, and it's a great group of guys. Very close knit community over there at Numb Thumbs Gaming. They don't just do iRacing, so if you're looking for some camaraderie and you like to play other games as well and simulations, it's a lot of fun. Go check out Numb Thumbs Gaming. But yeah, this is a big 2-mile track. It is a super speedway, but you have to deal with stuff that you don't have to deal with at Talladega and Daytona. A lot of tire wear issues, line choice and stuff like that matters here at Michigan. And I'll let you guys speak to the technical stuff part of it, because both of y'all have been winners multiple times here, so I'll let you guys speak to that part of it.
Well, thank you there, buddy. As down there on pit road is our anger management specialist, the original and only Adam Turner down here. Adam, I know being a former champion of this fantastic track, you're going to have a few insights, but how about, just talking about the field here tonight, what do you think the feeling in this field is going to be?
Well, I was just daydreaming about my victories here. Yeah, there's a lot of trucks. I know our cars, I get confused. We do so many races. We are on Gen 6 platform tonight.
Correct.
It's going to be a huge field, perfect size for this track. I think they're probably a little bit nervous. They don't know really what's in store for them if they haven't run this track much, but I can assure you it's going to be a lot of fun. The concrete wears down the tires. As you go out of 2 into that back stretch, it tightens up on you. And then I think my personal opinion is 3 and 4 is where you can win or lose this thing with your tire management as the day goes on. So I think it's something they're all probably ready to get this thing going. And I'm ready to get it going because I want to see what these guys can do. I don't think they could beat you or I, Brown, but I mean, that's just me. Look here. Here's the rules. 1 fast repair, 80% fuel, 3 sets of tires, 18 incident points, you'll get a penalty, 25 incident points, you'll be disqualified. It's hot, 115 on track. That's going to cause some problems, I think, as we progress through the night.
At that, it will be as we take a look here at tonight's race information. And like you said there, Turner, I think this is one of the hottest track temps we've ever seen here on the broadcast at Michigan. So this is going to be definitely an interesting one to watch, but otherwise beautiful sunny skies as we get ready to buckle on in here, bringing us down to tonight's key to the race. And you hit on it there, Turner, as well. But man, turn 4, that is going to be your moneymaker where everything is won and or lost. Got to make sure you get yourself all set up for that.
Yeah, practice your line choice coming through 3 and 4, and try to get the good run off of the turns, because like you guys said, that's gonna help you out a lot. Also, one of the it's not one of the hardest Pit roads to get onto. It's not one of the easiest. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. 55-mile-an-hour pit lane speed limit, though, and they're very strict on enforcing that. So make sure you get it back down just in case. And looks like the YouTube chat started filling up with some people. Team Albert in the house. Albert Anderson's pop is here. Jessica Stubfield's here for Stub Nation, of course. Angry Tacos Network saying hashtag Haley Strong representing tonight. Have a good race, everyone. And we'll have an announcement about a race we're going to have coming up here in a couple of weeks here for Haley. More information to come on that.
Yep, that we got a whole bunch of announcements that
We've got.
I'm just waiting to get the thumbs up on to release all that information. So definitely stay tuned to all the social. Of course, I'm going to try to mimic whatever posts we make on the Facebooks over there at AAA Broadcasting over on our fantastic YouTube channel, which, you know, to make sure you get alerted to all of it, of course, go and like and follow the Facebook chat and Facebook channel, but of course, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell, and we can keep everybody all updated. You may even forget that, oh, hey, these guys are racing here this week. We might want to tune into that one, so we might even help you on out with that. But without further ado, it looks like these drivers are getting all up and ready down there on pit road. A little bit of that Le Mans style setup start here, so let's go ahead and do our official starting grid rundown here, starting us off and on pole position. Surprise, surprise, Joshua Moore in the 18 machine out there picking up that.
Machine.
What?
He's a machine, dude.
He is, man. Almost every time we come to a track that he's racing at, he's qualifying up there on pole. It's gonna have Paul Durkee driving the 13 machine, starting to his outside tonight in second. 25, Lucas Lyons trying to get a great finish here as he's gonna start in third. In fourth will be the 42 of Kevin Winker, having a fantastic start spot there in fourth tonight. The 8, there's no O in front of that one, so it's Dylan Bryant starting here tonight in that top 5. You got the double O of Joe Bennett in 6th. The 1 of Mr. Bogus himself, DW, starting there in 7th. Looks like the 98 Connor Leach, one of our friendly Canadians up there, getting things started off well tonight in 8th. 9th will be the 9 of Mr. Tommy Welsh, with the 89 of Mike Adamson, the silent assassin, rounding out your field starting top 10.
Yeah, the double nickel machine of Tom Barish will start inside row number 6, and to his outside, America's driver Albert Anderson in the double 9. 31 of Scott Milner and Nick Biddy will be side by side in row number 7. Row number 8 is going to be the 22 of Chuck Kiger and the 19 of Brandon Coleman. Let's see. Row number 9 is going to be Nathan Stanley. Cubby will be driving the 67. Tate Cawthorn to his outside in the 88. Rounding out your top 20 here, row number 10 is going to be the 33 of Paul Ferdiani and the 77 of Tristan Cotton.
Okay, 005 of AJ Evangelista, 21st. 76 Patrick Mahaney, he'll start 22nd. Mike Corvu in that 7 machine, he'll start 23rd. Number 5, Anthony Williams, 24th. 92, Timothy Stubblefield, one of the favorite sons of Tennessee, 25th. 48, Zeth Hawley, 26th. Joe David, the number 6, starts 27th. Christopher Jordan, 28th. 69 of Larry Dickerson starts 29th. Mark Collins, 30th. And Josh Kelleher in the 73 and 31st.
And there you have it, a nice full field here at Michigan this evening as everyone comes on off of pit road and gets up behind that pace car, ready to get going to that green flag. And it looks like a few people definitely either missing their button to jump into the sim. Looks like they're throwing a yellow because I think they're going to have to do some fixing of the fields here.
31 car field seems just about right for a track like Michigan. It's going to be a little bit crowded out there at first, but once these guys start to space out, they're going to be racing the racetrack more than they're going to be racing each other out there. Thank you, everybody out there in the YouTube chat, for joining us. Josh Kelleher's out there, not just Haley Strong, but also hashtag Jimmy Strong And those of you who've been around a while with us recognize that hashtag for sure. Chris Jordan saying that good luck, everybody. Cart Yellow says, let's go, Larry Dickerson. Larry Dickerson got a fan out there tonight. Michael Goslin says, let's go, Tommy Welch in the number 9. Nicole Scafidi says, let's go, Winker. Hashtag Winker Nation. Got a lot of hashtags out there circulating. Daniel Poachlag, one of our buddies out there, said, hey, AAA, you need to start your trading paints.
It is up and running. Do I need to reload everything?
It might not be completely updated or something.
Hold on. That may be.
That's usually an issue with trading paints, so it's not on our end.
We'll do a control refresh, so everybody's gonna turn very white here for a minute. That'd be an interesting way to start a broadcast, wouldn't it? Be like, and there goes the I don't know who that is. Alongside the who is that?
The other white machine, yeah. Yeah, Michael Goslin says he's the president of Tommy Welch's fan club. He's also the vice president, secretary, treasurer, and promotional manager. A man with many hats.
Yeah, sounds like all of us. Well, except for Turner, his resume is anger management, drinking beer.
Yeah, that's about it. And so that's all I got.
That's
throwing cans at people on pit lane.
Yeah, something like that. Speaking of pit lane, the pace car comes on down into the pits, which means it is time as the field enters the tri-oval section as we go green flag racing for the first time here tonight. Side by side goes the 18 and the 42. A good push from Lucas Lyons to the 18 on that bottom side as we kind of start to see that spread out of this very wide track here at Michigan. Everybody trying to get everybody all settled in. The zigzagging and lane choosing definitely underway here as the 42 up on that outside lane, getting a really good run with some help from that 00 Joe Bennett machine as well. Heads on out and goes for a breakneck start as we go 3 wide right behind him. Oh my goodness, you got looks like the 19 Brandon Coleman, 32 of Biddies there, as well as the 18 of Joshua Moore continues to trickle his way backwards through the field.
Yeah, kind of a rough restart for the 18 there, or start I should say, not a restart. And Kelleher coming down to the pit lane here.
Already, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that's about. If it was a penalty he had to
He
serve.
might have had one. I didn't actually hear.
It definitely is possible as the 19 machine continues to try to knock down that door of the 32 of Nick Biddy right there in front of him. But you can also see the American flag teammates working well together here. The 99 and the 89, Adamson and Anderson, both drivers have some accolades here at Michigan, looking to pick up the win here tonight. A great run right now for the 89 of Mike Adamson, trying to get on up here to the front and battle with these leaders. You can see the 8 of Dylan Bryan as well in his typical Pepsi machine, trying to catch on up as well.
Well, what I was talking about at turn 2 kind of tightening up, and maybe you can explain it too, Brown, as they come out of turn 2. There's a huge amount of runoff in the back and on the backstretch, but for some reason it just feels like a funnel as they come out of turn 2 onto the backstretch and kind of tightens up. And that's all I can really say. But you will see something happen over there as the tire wear progresses through the night. Just my opinion.
Well, Skylar Harrod says, "Man, I wish I was racing, but he's home on leave right now. Good luck to Tristan, AJ, and Tate." Yeah, you got to spend your leave time with family and taking care of some things. So definitely been in that situation before there, Skylar. Enjoy your leave before you got to go back to work.
As we ride along here with the 005 of AJ Evangelista, you can see running a special paint scheme here tonight. The hashtag Haley Strong out there. I think that's what Mr. DEP was saying. Just make sure that those Haley Strongs are out there.
Oh, and here's the deal: we're gonna have some stuff that we're gonna launch or talk about, but we can't talk about it till we know the facts. Unlike the federal government, AAA deals with facts. We only deal with
We're
facts,
more
so
responsible.
yeah, we're responsible. And when we get that information, we'll push true information to you, unlike the news and the federal government. So just be prepared.
Brent Winker, thank you for joining us out there, pulling for a Winker Nation. Another fan of the 42 here tonight on YouTube.
Of course, he's always got those fans on out there. Surprised we haven't seen Tower Operator out there quite yet. I'm sure he's lurking.
Yeah. He's a busy man. He might still be tying some stuff up at work.
It's a Sunday night. He's probably spent the day up there at the lakes and enjoying himself. It is summertime after all. Man, check out this group kind of behind that lead pack, all being led right now by the 18 of Joshua Moore. Here comes Mike Corvo up with a fantastic run. You also got Zeth Hawley and Paul Durkee in the mix. Oh, with some contact there as well. A little bit of right side romance going on down there.
Oh, I like that.
As we continue to race 3 wide up here, as well as 67 Nathan Stanley trying to figure out a way to filter his card through this madness. As we got one going down into the grass. That's going to be the 13 of Paul Durkee trying to gather things back up, and thankfully he was able to. So great save there from the 13 machine. Let's see what caused old Paul to kind of head off track a little bit there. Looks like maybe a little bit of contact. Little bit of contact there with the 7. Gets the 13 down onto that infield grass, but no caution. Oh no, as the 9 of Tommy Welch having a little bit of an issue down on the backstretch here as well.
98 got into the wall too.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that caused a little checkup between those two teammates behind him there, Adam. And that's the contact between the 19 and the 8.
Yeah, right on the middle of the front stretch. I don't know how they held that together.
Goodness. Getting a little Western out here, as you would say there.
It's starting to. Well, these guys don't know what's about to happen because somebody's gonna slide in out of 2 into somebody else, or 3 and 4 is real slick too. So you can almost do crossovers here as the tire wear happens. So.
One's going around. 89. With some hard, heavy impacts there. Looks like the double nickel. Tom Barish, he's missing a few pieces from that machine. Oh no, we got a whole everybody's sliding while trying to check up. Yeah,
it's a parking lot right at the pit entry. What the heck happened there?
Man, I think this hot track temp is what's causing some things to boil on over here. Let's go ahead and kind of watch what happens from the perspective of Joe David. You can see the incident, and everyone's trying to check up, and man, it was just contact after contact after contact. Everyone's slipping and sliding down there.
Ooh, Yahtzee.
Well, they're kind of upset, Brown. 88 just got hit right now during what in the world? During the caution lap there. Did you capture that one, Brown?
I kind of did. Let's see. Well, all right. So first off, that was netcode. Holy, I don't even need to zoom in to see that was netcode. But the 77 was I don't know, maybe texting and driving a little bit there. Sending a tweet. But he did move up out of the way in time. But I mean, he was a good 5 feet clear.
It was. That was wild, wasn't it? Well, they're upset, not only probably at that, but the fact that, when there's a caution, nobody's really slowing down, is what they're saying. Nobody's, hitting the brakes. So that's why you're seeing some of this after-action stuff after the first initial crash. So there's a little anger out there.
Of course, being our anger management specialist, you know the proper ways to handle that, whether it be with a wrench or your helmet or.
Yeah, I think it's time to come down here and fist fight. Yeah, over here by the haulers. Just get it over
again,
with.
I think that's why NASCAR's ratings. Oh, geez, I'm getting getting scared there with the. I think
Yeah.
that was the 19 of Brandon Coleman zigzagging to keep those tires warm. I thought he was losing it for a second there. But that's why NASCAR's, ratings on TV have been going, because no one's getting into fistfights anymore.
They had one the other day. It was pretty good. Where Chastain, I think it was Chastain, punched that old Gregson fella square in the jaw. It was great.
Oh yeah,
They
but
need more of that.
it was over with. It was one of those hockey fights that it was like one person landed a punch and that was it. It's the refs really didn't let him go at it, but it was the same thing. When Larson and Wallace got into it, it was just a shoving match, and Wallace was the one pushing people around. It's like 2 times the size of Larson, and it's just like, come on, throw some punches, man.
Yeah, it's not really fair when most of those racers are little bitty guys. You just let them have like a heavyweight division and a featherweight division. So. And then you can have like a tag team. Well, my crew guy, he's heavy. He's a big guy, so he can fight Bubba. So we just kind of have a free-for-all out there. Put a ring in the middle of the track. Seems like fun.
It would definitely would be. Cart Yellow saying, let's go Milk Dud. Of course, he's referring to old Milk Dud, the... Where's I'm trying to find his number. I can't see him. Hold on a second. I'm looking for Dickerson. Where is he? He's there in 7th, up a little over 20 spots right now in the 69 machine.
I had a friend in the Air Force named Milk Dud.
Did he like Milk Duds?
His head was shaped like one.
Oh.
His had little dents and stuff in it. Derek Arnold, one of my buddies from my munitions days.
What do you call that buddy that does those NFL games, Mr. T? Because he has to do that no good sign or whatever.
No, we just call him Merle.
Well, here we go as the pace car comes back down into pit lane. Kevin Winker and Nick Biddy getting things restarted and fired back on up here, up at the front. Ooh, a big slice and dice there, as I think the accordion effect ripped its way down through the field here, and some people were ready, some others were not, as this field continues to get all raced around here. Looks like the 00 of Joe Bennett trying to get up underneath that 69 of Dickerson here. Meanwhile, looks like the 19 of Coleman is going to be swallowed up by a whole pack of hungry wolves back there.
These restarts are always hectic, and there's a lot of slicing and dicing going out there. You got to be careful not to go too far down onto the apron, especially in the turns there. You can do it a little bit on the trial, but try to stay off of the apron in the turns. End up bad for guys above you. Oh, it's getting crowded out there around the 69 and the 19. 3 wide action.
Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, 69 going pinballing down there. Bouncing from the right back to the left, back up to the right. 92 of Timothy Stubblefield getting a little bit of a scrapage done to him. You can also see the Gambler, Paul Ferdiani, in the 33 machine trying to stick with it in this group as well. He's got the 89, Mike Adamson, right there behind him as they're going 3 wide here with the 23, 33, and the 92. Man, I love the 3 wide here because it's wide enough that you got room or whatever, but it's scary because it's not like an organized 3 wide that you would see at like Talladega or Daytona. It's people run different lines here, and sometimes those lines intersect each other at some point.
Yeah, it gets kind of crazy. We saw that a little bit on the last turn too. Well, somebody's in the wall right there in turn 3 and 4, 19. Was in the wall. What's the deal with Milk Dud? I like the nickname Kit Kat a little better than Milk Dud. That doesn't.
Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Right now, piece of that Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Best way to trigger somebody is just to take a bite out of the Kit Kat without breaking off the piece one by one.
Oh yeah, do the whole thing. Yeah.
Oh, people people freak out because of that. I'm also the same guy that'll put a bag of Skittles and then a bag of M&Ms all into the same bowl and shake it up.
Oh my God, I would probably be. I'd lose my mind on that because I hate Skittles.
Oh no,
good
69! Oh man, he's all up, turned around, and that's gonna
Double filled.
Oh, Stubbs got involved. Oh no.
Yeah, he had nowhere to go. He was slowing down.
Yeah, either way, that will bring out second caution here tonight. Let's go ahead and kind of see what happened here with the 69. Oh boy, and just kept trickling up the track there, and unfortunately, not quite clear as it would seem. Yeah, up and up and up and right across that front bumper of the 48. He was technically clear. I just think with the run and how things ended up just lining up, it was kind of like sandpaper rubbing against each other there, and got the 69 all turned to boot.
He got turned to boot. Yes, he did.
Man, I spent yesterday pretty much all up next to that Canadian border, so.
What? You're not allowed up there.
I didn't cross
Don't
the
cross
border.
over.
I was
cross
I was
over.
buying it.
Why can't you?
They'll kidnap you, and you'll have to be to the
No,
dictator's
that's Mexico.
hands, and
That's
then
Mexico.
he's gonna have to pay all the taxes. Brown, don't go up there. It's dangerous.
I don't know.
And we're not.
The casino and racetrack up in Montreal is not too bad.
Oh, they got a casino.
You gotta know a little French too, don't you? If you go up that way.
Thankfully, most of them are bilingual.
Sweet.
Yeah. Well, hope they don't give up like France does and wave the white flag on anything that happens.
Well, if you
We
do
love
go
our
to the
Canadians.
casino, just remember, laissez le bon temps rouler. That's all you got to know in the casino.
What's that
Is
mean?
that roulette?
It means let the good times roll.
Mm.
You got to yell that when you're playing craps in French Canadian casinos.
After, about 10 cold ones too. Make sure.
Sure.
10 Elsinore beers, eh?
You make that a 24. There'll be no charge for that today. I don't
Well,
think them boys could have raised a mouse in a bottle. I don't think you could.
yeah, you could. They did it. You think they actually got shipped a mouse in a bottle from the brewery?
No, but I don't think we
so.
could have done it either.
Yeah, mice are tiny. You could throw it in there.
But they're not that tiny.
Yeah. Well, the baby mice are. Yeah. Regardless, that was a great movie, and I don't want to offend any of our Canadian friends, eh?
Yeah,
There's a
I think you should.
Canadian flag here at the track in Michigan. Go ahead. What?
I was just gonna say, shoe goo is here, and it's perfectly safe. You'll probably.
He's doing that. You're doing that accent.
Hey,
We know. I like
Yeah.
to create controversy. I know Canada School. My oldest son is there right now. He's on the way to Banff. Is that a thing? Banff?
Banff?
Yeah. It's some kind of place. I don't know if it's up in Canada. He's flying into Calgary tonight.
Oh, okay. Our buddy Joe Archer lives up in Canada, in northern Alberta.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, he's up there.
He's way up there, dude. Hudson
See,
Bay.
now I would do that.
The
Are you
town
out
of
of
Hudson Bay.
Do you have to pay less taxes up there? Because I hear they get taxed like crazy. I want to pay the least amount of taxes. That's my thing.
The town of Hudson Bay is very, very small, but it's a really close knit group of folks up there, mostly homesteaders and guys growing their own food, and
Well, I can get down with that.
it's a really neat thing.
Oh, speaking of, by the way, while I was driving through Maine there, Turner, I did notice that the Idaho potatoes were blossoming.
Freaking awesome.
But you're in Maine.
As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here with the pace car peeling off down to pit road. Lucas Lyons and Nick Biddy getting this party restarted down here. And back across the line we go. Ooh, little bit of a zigs and a zag there from Albert Anderson sitting right behind that race leader. Up to his outside, he got that 98 of Connor Leach as well, trying to get a good run and a good push to the 32 as everything starts to scatter about again here. Oh my goodness, some tight racing as they exit turn number 2, now down the back straightaway here. 48 is Seth Hawley trying to figure out his way through the madness up there against that far outside wall. He's following the 08, or excuse me, just the 8 of Dylan Bryant.
Guys doing a great job giving each other some room. 19 is all over the place. Contact with another car. Yellow is out.
Man, oh
Ooh,
man. I'll tell you what, Albert Anderson was working his way to the front. He didn't want to be back here with all this mayhem. Albert knows how to win here.
It looks like the 7 of Corvo got involved in this one as well. Let's take a look-see at what happened jumping up into our chopper camera. Ooh, yeah, the 19, he was just all over the place, wasn't he? What, oh, this extenuated from, I think, a little tap from the 78 in the middle of the corner there. Yeah, got to that quarter panel, 19 trying to save it, and squiggle. Oh, man. Hard impact there into Corvo, who just goes for a wild tumble down there.
He tried to save it. It's just a little bit of overcorrection there. We've all done it. We've all been there. Got a really hot, slick track out there, too, which does not help matters when the back end starts to loosen up on you.
Let's jump on board here for the Depends diaper camera. Get that man a diaper change. Whew. Oh, well. And 19 just kept sliding straight across his nose as well. Oh, man.
Code brown for Corvo. Oof.
Well, that was the 6 of Joe David, but...
Or Joe David.
I'm sure they all, you know...
Yeah, Corvo's the one got hit, I think, wasn't it?
Well, Corvo was.
You know, always talking about this code brown thing. It reminds me of the time that astronaut drove from Houston to Port Canaveral. If nobody's ever Googled the astronaut story, that's a real thing. And it was amazing.
She was very prepared, wasn't she?
She was ready to do what she had to do to assassinate the other interest in the love triangle of her astronaut friend. And yeah, that's and you know, it didn't really make that much news. Like, this was amazing. I mean, there should be like Lifetime movies on this.
Absolutely. Because
really
look,
enjoyed it.
You know, if you hear this stuff happening with flight attendants and stuff, this is just on another level just because they're astronauts.
Yeah, totally. These guys like go to MIT and stuff, and they're still trying to assassinate someone in the love triangle and driving 5,000 miles with some
non-stop with gas cans and Depends, so she didn't have to stop.
Exactly, dude.
Dedication.
Just nuts. Love the great. That's just a great, true American love story, is all I call it. You know? I lived in Houston most of my life, and that was. I remember that story when it came out. It was pretty amazing, you know. Because astronauts are supposed to be like, you know, the world's finest. They went to the Air Force Academy. They've done this, they've done that, and no, they're just crazy, just like the rest of us. So.
Oh God, we got
fun story. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to racing. Well, hopefully we get some laps in continuously, Brown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's get about 20 in here without having a caution. You think we can do it?
It's definitely possible, but again, man, it's just it's hot and slick out there, man. It's tough goings.
Yeah, I think the heat definitely is playing into it. They only have 3 sets of tires total, but they have 80% fuel. So that kind of like teases you a little bit. I bet they're going to try to push this car to the limit, you know, and try to make this. Could they make it a one-stop race now with all these caution laps? I don't know. Good question.
I think it's a little too soon to tell. I mean, we're not even a third of the way here through this thing. 90 laps is what's in store for these drivers here tonight, and so far we're about ready to complete 23 of them, going on to lap 24 as that pace car peels on off down onto pit road. 99 and 25 getting things all restarted up here. Got the 89 and the 98 up there, as well as there's the green flag getting these cars back up to speed as they go 2 by 2 down the front straightaway into turns 1 and 2 here. A great jump on that restart there for the 99 of Anderson, but that bottom line coming through with a whole bunch of momentum as Lucas Lyons takes control of the lead side by side. They make their way down the back straightaway, and then here comes a big push from that 99 in the 98. The 89 nowhere to go. Has to give that push to the 25 down into turns 3 and 4. Double O Joe Bennett getting his nose caught up in that mix here as well. You got the 23 of the Mac Daddy Mark Collins riding around up here as well with the 42 of Kevin Winker. 13 Paul Durkee has made his way back up here into this top 10 as well. The 5 of Anthony Williams, one of the guys that quietly typically has pretty good races, is just outside of that top 10 right now, kind of sneaking his way on through.
Albert Anderson's pop saying, good job staying out there in front of that mess there, Albert. And look, talking about pushing means something different here. You don't really have to get up behind and smash the back bumper and push as hard as you can on the car in front of you. Just being close to them helps both of you. We do see a little bit of contact, a little bit of tapping, a little bit of rubbing on bumpers, but if you could just get really close and really tight on the guy in front of you's bumper, it's going to help you both. You don't really have to be actually physically pushing the car in front of you.
And really the only place that's going to help you, I think, is on the backstretch.
Yeah.
Look at, who is that in a plus EV? That was a perfect example of Double O Joe of coming out of turn 2 and just sliding. If he had a car next to him, it would have been a crash, but these things are slippery. And that was, he kind of showed it there. I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but you'll see that as they come out of the turn 2, there's just, if you hit it just a little too hot, that car's going to push on you.
Man, you are not kidding there. As we got the 73 of hold on.
Scott Milner up high, going 3 wide with some guys.
That's Scott Milner there, but you got Josh Kelleher out here racing on his single monitor. So you got a variety of monitors and how people are racing out here tonight. And then you also got the 48 of Seth Hawley. Got to find out where he's at currently, up there in 6th. He's racing there in VR. He can look around, see who's into the inside of him, to the outside of him.
31 and the 8 infield, in the grass. They're hitting each other again up the track into the 55. Mercy.
And they're yelling at each other. Keep rushing down. Yeah, keep going, Brown. They'll be fine.
Oh, yellow. Wow.
No, it's on the grass.
But it came back up on the track and caused a big wreck. But I guess there was nobody behind them, so iRacing did not throw the caution flag there after the contact with Tom Barrich.
Oh, man, hard impact into the wall there for the 31 and the double nickel. And whew, talk about a possible diaper change moment there for, I think there was a 22 at Chuck Kiger. Let's go ahead right along here with him, and let's jump back here with Josh Kelleher, and you're gonna see cars come flying right back up the track. Ooh.
Jeez, man.
Oh.
That is not what you want to see in front of you.
A little bit of a rough go of it, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it's my timing's just being messed up here or what, but I got Mike Adamson out in front by about 2 seconds over the leaders, or over everybody else right now. And
That's checks. 2.8. Yep.
Oh, I don't know how he did that, but he is way the heck out there now.
It was called strategery. That was coined. by a wonderful president, maybe
40,
a member of the
43, yeah.
crazy group who starts with an I, ends with an I. I don't want to talk about them because I'll get banned. Shadow banned, canceled. But anyway, yeah. Very strategically move by Adamson. And Albert Anderson's right honing in on him at some point there.
4 wide here, middle of the pack.
Oh my goodness, this track is wide, but I don't know if it's that wide there. Oh, one's going all the way down across the field. 23 and Mark Collins able to save it. A nice big wide apron down there, down the backstretch, so he was able to get things straightened out without hitting it too much down there. But yeah, 3 wide's okay. 4 wide, it's starting to get a little tight. And I think the group you're talking about is Infinity, right?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, I'm not going to say the actual name of the group. That would get me in so much trouble. Well, I'll just call them the Double I group. Makes sense. Man,
Sounds like
look at him sliding right there.
sounds like a ophthalmologist place. Either way, you got the 13 of Paul Durkee slipping and sliding alongside that 00 of Joe Bennett, Nick Biddy right there in front of them. You got the 69 of Larry Dickerson trying to continue to fight his way on up through this field. Mark Collins trying to get back up into this fight. He's going side by side with the 88 of Tate Cawthorn right now as they continue to try to pick up some spots. Got the 7 of Mike Corvo trying to filter his way on back up here as well. He's getting around the 8 of Dylan Bryant right now. Josh Kelleher, Tommy Welsh in this group as well. AJ Evangelista and Chris Jordan kind of back there as well. Timothy Stubblefield trying to make his comeback here as well. You got Scott Milner currently stuck lap down. Same thing with the 1 DW.
42 got the 25 sideways, and he slid at a 45-degree angle through an entire turn and saved it.
Yahtzee.
Man, this is where I wish we were at like a 7-second tape delay so I could actually go to the...
Right, yeah.
So we could all see this actually, because there's so much of it going on out here throughout this entire racetrack. But yeah, the 25 Lucas Lyons slipping on back here just a little bit. The 22 of Kiger hit the back end of his car. Looks like it's met a shopping cart there from Walmart, left in the parking lot a little bit.
Yeah, these guys with one fast repair, if you've got damage on the rear like that, you're really kind of trying to save that fast repair until you've got some really major damage up front, maybe, that is more important to your aerodynamics, you know? So I think, though, if these guys with the rear end damage, if they do get a late caution and they have that fast repair still handy, I think it's probably a good idea to go ahead and use it. Fix everything, right?
I think you're right there, Mr. English, but at the same time, I think we're going to need to tech spec that 89 machine, because he's just pulling away from everybody right now. He's in his own world, just driving on rails like a freight train, and boy, when those things start rolling, they're hard to stop.
So he's made 2 more seconds on the field. He's 4.5 seconds last scoring loop ahead of Seth Hawley. Is he just burning up tires? Trying to put as much distance as he can? What's going on there?
I don't know, but the thing that surprises me, but also doesn't surprise me here, is like where the main group is right now, you know, with Brandon Coleman currently leading that. They've been doing so much fighting side by side. You got to think that's probably taken just a little bit of speed, even though they're working with the draft. Oh my goodness, talk about a lunge and a half coming from Albert Anderson down here.
Getting a little crazy right there. These guys all fight for 2nd through 8th or so right here. 3 wide even.
And you can see there the 13 of Durkee slipping and sliding and prodding his way down through there, as the 19 getting sucked up into that middle position there, as on the far outside lane, the 98 of Connor Leach starting to make things go 3 wide back there as well. So some fantastic race in the 77. Tristan Cotton able to be hanging on here.
It's about Connor Leach, too, in the 98. We've been talking about in the last couple of weeks. It's just a matter of time before this Canadian guy gets a win. Oh, Caution's out, 76 and 33. Big wreck. 7 involved as well.
And here we were having a fantastic run out there. A whole lot of slipping. And, of course, Mike Adams saying, oh, man, come on. No, we don't want no yellows. He was all out there free and clear. He'd already, from the last time we saw it, it was already up into the 5-second mark that he was clear. Oh, man, 33 Ferdiani looked like he got up into that outside wall. What caused him to get up there, I couldn't tell you. It looks like he just kind of got up there onto his own and then got kind of squeezed up there and then, get it into Corvo a little bit there. And, no. Yeah, 7 Machine just really nowhere to go on that bottom side.
Sean Flick out there on YouTube saying, go Winker, hashtag Winker Nation. Winker, you heard him on the radio a little while ago, or we heard him saying, hey, man, I'm just trying to survive out here. He's got that 42 machine up there towards the front, but he's just trying to survive out there like a lot of these guys. Here comes some pit stops.
Yeah, this is perfect time for it. I mean, might as well lap 38.
Yeah, getting kind of close to halfway, coming up here in just a couple of laps here. A good chunk of the field trickling on down. But I know you stepped away there for a little bit, Turner, but both me and English, we're still scratching our head how Adamson got such a big lead and was able to keep on building it as that run was going on.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know what he did.
He's got to be sacrificing tires. He's just ripping and going, probably, I would think.
I would have.
Well, I have, sound issues at the house here, so I had to. Sometimes I have to mute it, and you might not hear me because there's all kinds of ruckus being made, and
we didn't hear all them dishes getting washed.
I'm gonna have to put a beat down on some people around here, I guarantee you.
Oh, no, don't do that. That's called assault, brother.
Where I come from and how I was raised, that's called parenting. That's
I wasn't necessarily talking about the kids.
It's for everybody around here.
Dylan Bryant waiting for his chance to get a wave around here. Got his driver cam on, kind of like a point down view, so you can see his hands on the steering wheel when they're getting up and going. And of course, with all the flashy lights, the king of Winker Nation, Kevin Winker, out there trying to hopefully not get too distracted by that flashing yellow light he's got down there.
Yeah, Nick Biddy, one of those guys that looks like he's got an extra screen down there for data, with scoring and stuff on this lower right. I think you have a similar screen too when you race, don't you? Don't you have one that's either above or below?
I used to. So when I was racing on triples, I had them, spread 3 across, but then I had one underneath the left-hand one. But that was also because of the time that we were racing, Jeopardy was on, and I wanted to watch Jeopardy, so I put Jeopardy on that one.
Oh, and our buddy Eric Fiorello, the Italian Stallion, he had one that was different as well. I think he had a 4th screen.
Yeah, I think he
ran triples.
Yeah, I think he put his directly above his middle monitor. Right?
That's what I'm thinking of. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it is directly above.
Which quite a few people do that. It's, especially those that race on the weekends but want to watch either the NASCAR race or something else going on TV.
Yeah.
Or
some guys the broadcast of the race they're in.
Yep, that too.
Why would they do that?
Strategy.
Because we could
misinformation.
We could possibly give them information, without even giving them information.
Well, that's because we deal with facts, not misinformation, like I talked about earlier. Just like the fact of the matter is, we're about to go back to racing.
And that we are. And I need to get myself a little bit of drink. So instead of doing some of this talking, let's let these cars do the talking for us and crank it on up. well, we're going to have to end the crank it up here just a little bit early. And so we got ourselves a caution here.
Looked like the 69 just went a little too hard in the paint. In my opinion, just looking at it quickly, we'll have to rewatch it and see what happened.
Yeah, he pushed way hard. Went up the track and smacked another car there. Yeah, let's see who that was. Was that Anderson or?
Oh, 89 to Adamson definitely got. Well, I think it started. I think he hit the 25, and the 25 was already kind of in contact with the 89. Which, okay. Hold on. Chopper camera. There's the chopper camera. And yeah, the 89 going straight across the track. Nick Biddy getting collected, the 9 getting collected. Oof.
Old tires.
Double O Joe getting collected there as well. Oh.
Maybe cold tires definitely.
Old tires, a little bit.
Part of it. Looks like
aggression maybe on a restart.
And aggression, yeah.
Looks like Double Joe had a blown engine before that. Oh, this is on the green flag. Double O Joe blows his engine on the green flag. I didn't notice that.
Oh
man.
Or Double O.
A lot of stuff happened out there. Well, yeah, I think just over aggressiveness with cold tires kind of caused that one there.
I think the Double O Joe thing was maybe a money shift. He just went, instead of going down to 4th, or he went to 2nd, or instead of going into 3rd, he went to 1st or something there.
Something like that, but
I lost the rear end. That's kind of the first clue I had.
Let's go ahead and talk to one of these drivers, shall we? And since we're about halfway through this race, let's go ahead and talk to a driver who's about halfway through this field. And that is going to be the machine, 78 machine of Mr. Chris Jordan out there, sitting in 13th and looking pretty good, up 15 spots there. Chris having a pretty good run of it so far, but one of the hottest track temps that we've seen here at Michigan, that I think I've ever seen at Michigan, here on the iRacing Sim, man, must be causing some havoc down there.
Yeah, it's getting a little tight right now. I'm on like 22, 23 old tires. But yeah, it's not going too bad for me. Got a little damage earlier, but just trying to have a good race.
Well, you're a Michigan native, man, from Burton, running the University of Michigan paint on that Chevrolet Camaro. This is kind of your home track, I guess you'd say. Is it kind of living up to, how your expectations here, I guess I could say?
Yeah, I like the track. I've got a win or two here. It's pretty fun. It just it gets a little tight, and I usually like Talladega and Daytona. I'm better at those tracks than
me too.
These over 2.5, or I think it's a little over 2 miles.
2 miles even right here. Well, hopefully you catch a break here. I think we've seen a little bit of over aggressiveness. I don't know what your thoughts are on that real quick, but about to go back green, and wish you some luck.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Get him back down to the DEP Graphics Racing team out there. So he's in a chat with Daniel Pochlock and Josh Kelleher, having a pretty good time down there. And
yeah, man, got to get him back to his people so he can race this thing. You're gonna need some concentration here. It's been a little bit of mayhem.
And it looks like Tower Operator was indeed working. Yeah, but he is here now. Glad to have you with us here, Bruce, as we go back to the green flag with the 98 of Leach and the 77 of the Trister. Tristan Cotton going side by side, getting this party all restarted on up here as we officially cross the halfway threshold. The 42 of Kevin Winker, speaking of one of his favorite drivers down here, up in this top 5, trying to chase down that lead once again. 99 of Albert Anderson. Oh no!
Oh!
77
One
going
hit
for a
towards the
ride.
inside.
Yeah, same thing with the 48 of Zeth Holly as well. And we're going to get ourselves another quick caution here. Let's quickly take a look-see and kind of see what happened. Jump on up to the camera here. Oh, 77 just scoops up and scrapes that outside wall and comes right back down across. Like you said, it tightens up there in the exit of turn number 2 there, Turner, and that's exactly what happened with that 77 up into the outside wall, and just kind of like being shot out of a cannon, it jumps right back down across the track into the path of the 48 of Zeth Holly. Well, in the meantime, since we are about the halfway or just after halfway point, let's go ahead and take a halfway break here as the 98 O'Connor Leach is going to be out in front. In the 25, Lucas Lyon's going to start right beside him here, but we're going to take a quick step aside for a big thank you from some of our sponsors, and when we return with the second half of Great Racing Action. As we filter our way down the backstretch here, everybody getting all lined up and teamed up. You're going to be coming back across the line with about 41 or so laps left remaining here in this race from Michigan. Of course, Ted Nugent's backyard. Happy for him to host us here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Ted. Uncle Ted is what I like to call him.
That tower operator, y'all gotta understand it. Some folks got jobs that sometimes you gotta go on a weekend, go do something. Brown, you know how that is. Adam, me, we all got jobs where sometimes we got to go take care of something on the weekend. And here we go.
And that indeed, here we go, as the 98 and the 25 get things all re-fired up here, up at the front. The 99 of Anderson is up there as well, as they continue to go side by side. 42 of Kevin Winker giving a push to that 25, trying to get that second lane working here. 99 trickling up the track just a little bit, but using the room that was given there by that 42 of Winker. A little bit of give and take up there as the 78 of Christopher Jordan, who we just talked to, slides his way on up into a top 10 position. Of course, all mayhem breaking on out throughout this entire field, especially back here around Chuck Kiger. You got the 33 Paul Ferdiani on the bottom side trying to filter his way on up. Oh, and he makes contact with the 22. A little bit of some trading paint action down there as a 33. Oh, I think he did get a piece of that inside pit wall as well, but I might have actually helped him kind of straighten things on out, getting through that ice, which is known as grass here in iRacing.
Might as well be ice. You can't really control that car very well, sliding through there, breakneck speeds, 180 miles an hour.
It's a nice runoff area, though. It keeps you from dying.
Yeah, it does. Depending on how hard you hit the wall.
Well, that inside wall, the pit lane wall that's in the grass there is full concrete wall, so there's no safer barrier there, I don't think. Probably in the real world there is, but
no, I don't think there is.
No. Oh, we got some problems here.
More contact here.
Yeah, everybody in 2. I'm telling you that.
Contact with the wall too, man.
Yeah, 2 is a huge problem here, Brown, and I know I'm a champion, you're a champion. You have to manage that kind of coming out of 1 and getting into 2 and getting where you want to be, right? I mean, a lot of these guys haven't figured it out.
You're absolutely right, Adam. And it's almost one of those weird things where typically either at a mile and a half or even one of these like 2-mile tracks, you lift on entry, and then especially depending on where your tires are, right around the midpoint, you're getting back on the gas. Well, here at this track, you lift off the throttle on entry, get back on the gas a little bit, and then get back off the gas, and then get back on it. It's a 5-step process, not just a 3-step process.
Yeah, and that process changes as your tires wear, right? And as the track cools or heats, you're constantly making adjustments. You have to really make adjustments all over the track on each corner as you put the miles in. So sometimes people, if they're not used to the track or it's too hot, like tonight it's really hot, so I don't think it's helping their cause out there. But interesting racing though, nonetheless.
Feathering the throttle really important. Is what I'm picking up from you guys, because you can almost expect to just push to the outside wall if you don't try to get that nose aimed in the right direction.
Yeah, well, a lot of guys, especially, this is a competitive league. They want to just go fast. They want to, smash the gas pedal down and go around in circles. Well, it's not that easy here. You really do have to do a lot of management with your feet.
I don't know. That guy from Australia, he did pretty good in his first ever NASCAR race.
Yeah, but that was a Chicago race course thing. We're in Michigan, man. This is the home of Ted Nugent, Motown, Brown, and me. We're champions here. We know what to do here in Michigan. But the Australia guy was pretty cool at what he did. Now let's put him on an oval like this. I bet he can't do much of anything.
There's a reason Boris Said never got really many, tri-oval wins. He's the road course ringer guy, man.
But does this Australian guy, when they do oval courses, are they going the opposite way because they drive on the wrong side?
It's not like when you flush a toilet south of the equator. It doesn't spin the opposite way.
Oh, I thought they went the opposite direction.
No, but when they do ovals, do they do it counterclockwise like us?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They use miles or kilometers?
They use kilometers. I know that for a fact.
Then they don't have any sense in them.
They do 1,000 kilometer races with the V8 supercars.
That doesn't make a lick of sense to anybody here in America, because we're into the freedom units. Winker is running that low line right now, kind of making some moves up, yeah. But he might be wearing a tire out down there. You got to be careful, tire wear.
Muhleberger Custom Homes sponsoring a couple of these machines out here, including Winker and the 18 of Moore. And I think there's another one too. Bruce will let me know if I screw it up.
Speaking of sponsors, if we got a second real quick, if you want to go to Michigan, you want to go to Antarctica, you want to float the River Nile, I don't know, Facebook.com/GC Cruise Travel. That's George Charles Cruise Travel. And he specializes in cruises, but this guy can be your travel agent for anywhere, any place you want to go. Check him out. Tell him AAA sent you. You get you a little discount, too.
If you want to take a taxi cab tour through New Orleans, he could probably arrange that.
Yeah, he could. He's real good with that stuff. I want to come up here to Michigan to see this for myself. Brown, don't you want to? Why don't we just meet in Michigan? We'll just go up there and put like a WWF belt on, like we're champions here. Run around the infield.
I think we should. When's is because I think NASCAR has already been there, right? And they don't go to it again.
Yeah, I think so. It's in the early spring.
Man, out of all these tracks that they do go to multiple times, Michigan should be one of them.
19 in the wall.
1977. They're still green though, Brown.
Yep.
Didn't see what exactly happened, but I did see the 77 and the 19 with damage.
19 had hard impact to the outside wall.
Ooh, 77. Yeah, 77 came down onto the apron pretty early there, coming on into the pit. Same thing with the 19, making their way on down now as we're closing in on the 30 to go mark here with the 99 of Albert Anderson out in front. You got the 8 of Dylan Bryant right up there behind him. You got the 42 Kevin Winker there in third, and 23 of Mac Daddy Mark Collins filtering his way on up here as well, sitting in fourth up 26 spots. So Mark doing a great job out there tonight.
Now Bruce reminded us that sponsors the Staten Boys too, just not tonight. And then let's see, Joel Moore out there pulling for the 18 of Joshua Moore.
Your pole award winner here tonight. Again, go figure. But of course, Josh Moore, his hometown track here at in Michigan, the Three Rivers, Michigan native, trying to get his way back up after a little bit of a rough start there. He's now back to 16th and still has some work to do, but he's definitely out of that main pack draft right now.
We got a lot of Michigan people around here, don't we?
100%, man.
Well, I'd like to go up there and teach them how to do some, some cooking. We could take some crawfish up there, English, and do a crawfish bowl.
A little bit late in the season. We might have.
Well, not now. Obviously, it'd be another year or so. I mean, February, it's still frozen up there. Maybe in June or something next year. Good into the season.
Do an official AAA broadcast and meetup and Boyle.
Yeah, AAA tour. We'll just go on tour and we'll do a sit down podcast with everybody, and they can really hear our feelings.
It'd be like a panel where people just come up and they can rant all they want.
Yeah.
And then Derek Welch can mute them, to where they, he can have the controls.
No. He's not going to have the controls on. We're going to have freedom on this thing. Derek Welch has to have the controls because it's his league, and I get it. You don't want people getting out of control and acting a fool. He does a good job of that, but here at AAA Broadcasting, when it's our turn, we do the freedom stuff.
He needs a referee shirt, with the stripes and everything.
There you go.
And
we can use him as a
have a whistle and a flag, and he can throw it at their heads. Oh man, this could be fun.
Speaking of panels, that's something that we can announce that we're in the process of currently going through is the official Beer Fund podcast. Going to be working its way to your ears.
Oh, yeah. You want to hear something crazy, tune into that because, especially if you give, like, we'll have you tip, 50 cents here or there, then I might get a couple cold beers out of the thing, and I'll really let you know how I feel about all the stuff going on. English too, right? Is that part of the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's our broadcast or podcast or whatever. We just call it.
I don't want to get
fund.
like Clinton's side or anything. I don't want to say anything where it might end up like Epstein in a cell anywhere.
I don't want to get suicided or.
No, but I want to tell the truth to the American citizens. I believe that we owe it to them that they're being Zuckerberg. This guy, he's trying to destroy America. Bill Gates, another one. I really can't wait to see this cage match between Zuckerberg and Musk. This is going to be epic.
That's never gonna freaking happen.
Well,
that's a publicity stunt.
No, it's not. I
They're
volunteer to
not
fight
gonna
Bill
do it.
Gates myself. Is a pre-match.
Yeah, but they're not. As a warm, you're gonna be his sparring partner or something.
No, the
This
warm-up
not-
match for the main event. I'll fight Bill Gates right now. Just tell me where he's at. No weapons, just bare knuckle fist fight. It's kind of like they're fist fighting out here right now. Albert Anderson, America's driver, up front. He really is. Did he listen to us, Brown, about how to deal with this track here? Because he's really driving smooth at this point in the race.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's definitely looking pretty good. But right now, the 99 of Anderson sitting there out in front. Dylan Bryan in the 42 of Winker have been having a pretty good side-by-side battle there, but for right now, the 8 machine hanging on to that. Lucas Lyons in the 25's been having a pretty good run. Same thing with that, Connor Leach machine as well.
I love what I'm seeing up here.
Yeah, this is what
Hey, buddy.
Michigan racing is supposed to be right here. They're really getting after it now. They're kind of feel like they finally dialed it in. Got all the nonsense out of them and
Lucas
doing some
Lyons.
fun stuff.
How about this cat in the 25, man? Having contact with people out there. Now look at him. He's fighting, trying to pick up a podium spot right now. And good night. These guys up front. This is getting exciting here, fellas. And we still got a lot of racing left here. We got 21 plus laps here.
At 23 to go, the last time they crossed the stripe here, is we get kind of right on down to it. And I mean, most of these guys last pitted, 38 to 46. I still think we're, a pit stop away. I think we might see some green flag pit stops here.
Ooh, that would be fun. And that would totally change the dynamic of what's going on. Some fresh tires would probably really help, at least the feel of the car. But right now, you're just going to have to manage what you have and keep trucking along.
So they only had 3 sets available. That includes the set that they started on, correct? So, I mean, how many guys saved an extra set of tires, or how many guys are already on it? On that last set?
I think pretty much everybody has an extra set at this point. That'd be my guess.
Or at least
Yeah,
have that one final set,
Yeah.
depending on how things are, kind of filtering out. Of course, those people that have come into contact with either the wall or something, got some suspension damage, they probably already used it on up. But the one machine of DW trying to chase down the 33 Paul Ferdiani here, as there goes looks like Ferdiani down into the pits, and just like that, green flag pit stops underway here at Michigan. Seth Hawley making his way on down pit road, as well as the 19 of Brand Coleman.
All Ferdiani as well.
I was watching Anthony Williams in the 5 machine. He's from Blanchard, Oklahoma.
No, this is Blanchard. That's near the
That's
city.
by Chickasha. Yeah.
Yeah, Chickasha.
Between
Ooh, there's
Chickasha and
somebody's in
Norman.
the grass here. Somebody's in the grass, Brown. I didn't see who.
I did not either.
Let me see if I
My
can get
camera
that
did
for
not change. I did not see.
I got the 31 Scott Milner though making his way on down onto pit road. Same thing with Mike Adamson coming back off onto the racetrack. Coleman's still sitting down there. Same thing with the 55 of Barish. Barish has been in there for a good minute. I think he's maybe getting some damage all fixed on up as Anderson and Bryant, teammates over at another league, trying to work together here as everybody continues the pit road filter.
Mark
Yeah,
Collins trying to hold his own too in that 23. Go ahead, bud.
No, I'll just say Chickasha, one of my dad's farms. He's got two. There's one is there. So that's cool.
Blanchard right there between Chickasha and Norman, kind of in that
Yeah, it's it's up there,
line right there.
pretty close to the center of the state there.
Yeah, the big town,
Yeah, the big town. That's a.
brick town.
It's really turned into a huge town. Hey, tower operator says he told me to come on up and he'll take me out on the side by side. Well, I'm down for that. What are we gonna shoot? Are we gonna shoot, or is there a Sam Squatch involved? What is gonna happen? Because I'm down.
It's
I want to come to Michigan.
ooh, here we go. A big crowd comes on down. Winker, Collins, Lyons, Bennett, Biddy, and Stanley all filter their way down on to the pit road here. And as you like to say there, Turner, this is the money stop where these virtual pit crews make their money.
That's a fact. This race has kind of seen it all, hasn't it? A little bit of everything. That's kind of like what we want to see at a awesome track like Michigan.
And that it is.
Tell you what, they're battling out in real life right now in Atlanta. That track looks like just pure death and mayhem. How fast they're running at that mile and a half.
Ooh, man, it's
Here we
talk
go.
about the race
Blending
coming.
on out.
Yeah, talk about the race coming out of pit road there. They were bumper to bumper. There was no room for error down there as the 23, 42, and 25 make their way on out. And like you said, the kind of like the merging of the freeways here, and it's going to get busier than, what is it, the I-4, I-5 down there in Houston? I don't know the routes down there.
Well, it's a Katy freeway. It's I-10 and 45 and
45 heading to Houston, yeah, or Dallas.
yeah. It's miserable. That's what it is. That's what it's called. Just misery of a freeway. Be prepared. You better have a pistol.
Yeah, oh man, just maybe chasing that 99's bumper a little too much. The 8 machine gets up into the outside wall and loses the kind of main draft there that Anderson had. You would have to think though, Anderson, he might want to start thinking about pitting here because these guys on the newer tires are probably going to start running them down a little bit.
Well, and his pop just came on the YouTube chat, says the timing of the last pit stop is going to be crucial here. So I don't know if Albert's kind of worried out there if not pitting with the rest of the field here is gonna mess him up or not. Look at this right here. You're seeing the difference in speed on new tires and old tires. It's getting pretty hairy out there.
Flying past Anderson right now, getting their lap back. Yeah, he's going to have to figure it out. I'm sure he has a plan.
Ooh, it's the 9 machine locks him up coming down into pit road, and same thing with the 8 machine hitting his pit boxes here. So just a few takers yet to come on down. Albert Anderson, who's out in front. The 76 of Patrick Mahaney has to come on down one more time. The one of DW, he last pitted on lap 47. So that's pushing about 43 laps or so to the end. So I'm thinking he's probably going to need to hit his pit box at least one more time. And it looks like he's probably scraped the outside wall or gotten in some contact there as well, as that right side of the hood's kind of popping up on the one machine.
Yeah, 14 cars now on the lead lap as several guys are able to get around Anderson and get their lap back. The 32 and Nick Biddy just did it just then.
You can see
Comes to
that
98
difference.
as well.
Look at that. Isn't that amazing?
Huge difference.
What
Huge.
tires do for you. But Albert Anderson, he's America's driver. He's won here before. I'm pretty sure we've seen him win here. He knows what he's doing. We'll see if he comes to pits anytime soon.
You can see the
A lot of talking on the radio right now. Go ahead, Ren.
yeah, the 18 trying to get his lap back here. Going down low. Trying to get past the 99. But yeah, a lot of good fighting going on here with the 42 of Kevin Winker leading the charge down the back straightaway of one of these little groups that has come on down into the pits. Lucas Lyons, 00 Joe Bennett, and Mark Collins in that group as well. Looks like Paul Ferdiani now coming down into the pits or leaving the pits. Same thing with Chris Jordan making his way on down into the pits. AJ Evangelista, who's definitely not worried about airflow to that engine here tonight, makes his way down onto pit road.
I think it's time to start talking about this, fellas. If the guys that pitted, on that older pit strategy here, guys that pitted before lap 72, if they're not going to make it on fuel, who do you like for the win here? I mean, I don't see Derek Welch making it on fuel. You got Winker, Lyons, Bennett, and Collins, and Leach in that same group there. I don't know, dude. I'm starting to think that might be one of your leaders or one of your winners there as Mahaney comes in. Oh, he's off track.
Oh, I think he slipped and slid there just a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and watch. Oh, he was trying to come on down to pit road, but lost it. Went off track. Ooh, you're going to have to be careful of a black flag there as he ends up going around the commitment cone. Ooh, that one's kind of might be costly for the 76 machine here.
Haven't seen either one yet.
And here comes Anderson from the lead down onto pit road. So 10 laps to go. It's going to be 9 here in just a second as Anderson crosses that start-finish line down on pit road. But the one of DW still on out there. Of course, Anderson, he might be planning on, it might be a little bit of a quicker pit stop because of the fuel. But if he's taking tires, it's going to be...
You're right. He was out of there in 6 seconds.
Oh, so it's fuel only for the double nine.
Good call.
And fuel only for the double nine, but there goes the rest of the field. Just maybe a little bit mistimed there for America's driver as DW, again, currently now leading the way, but here comes that 42 of Winker, 98 of Leach, 25 of Lyons, 00 Joe, and Mark Collins all up in this group, and they've got fresh tires, or fresher tires than that one machine, and you can just see them hunt him on down.
Daytona next week is going to be a different animal here. As these guys are going from a technical track like this to, man, a track where we see a lot of chaos. It's not as wide as Talladega, but it's also not a super technical track. It's just kind of hold it wide open and chase the runs, and it still takes skill. It's just a different skill set than you have here.
Yeah, and these are the fun cars to watch that happen. I don't like the new Harbor Freight cars, as I call them, the next gen stuff. This Gen 6 was really a nice race car, and they're proving that tonight, and they prove it every week here at Numb Thumbs Racing League Super Speedway Series.
Of course, they're sponsored by Davidson Builders. Go to davidson-builders.com. Go check out all the gallery. They got a gallery of all the work they've done, and it's pretty deadgum impressive. And if you read on their website, they use nothing but quality parts and faucets and all the components they use to do your home remodel, upgrade, or extensions, whatever you're doing. They use quality stuff. Man.
Is it made in the USA? Because that's all I'm worried about.
Well, I'm not going to start making claims that I can't back.
Well, I hope it is. I bet everything they can get is made in the USA. That
I'm sure if they can, they will.
Yeah, exactly.
And that indeed is. We kind of get on down to crunch time here. 6 laps left remaining with the 98 of Connor Leach jumping over the 42 of Winker here. 00 Joe still in this hunt. Same thing as that 8 of Dylan Bryant, 25 Lucas Lyons, and 23 of Mac Daddy. Mr. Mark Collins just outside of this top 5 as well. But look who's coming on up. Nick Biddy in the 32 still hanging on with these guys as Anthony Williams tries to get a pass done on the 13 of Paul Durkee here. And trying to hunt down one more spot to get up into this top 10, but here comes that 8 of Dylan Bryant down through turns 1 and 2, down underneath the 42 machine, taking him side by side.
Look, Connor Leach holding his own. I said it before, I'll say it again. He does have a chance to win this race here tonight. And he's going to have to battle Dylan Bryant. Winker, man. Winker is just relentless here. Changing lanes and trying to throw the guy off. And 00 in the 005.
Yeah, he had an issue.
There.
That was all the 00 Joe. I don't know what happened. I think he hit the wall, came down a little bit. Track is still super hot. We're at 113 degrees even at the end of this race.
Good.
Oof. That's definitely tough. Again, Michigan, one of those tracks. I'd love to see him put up lights here for a night race.
That'd be super cool.
That it would be. Ooh, it's some stuff going on down there on pit road as the 8 machine Dylan Bryant jumps out in front of that 98 of Connor Leach. 3 laps left to go. Was the move maybe too soon? Will he be chased on down, or maybe did he make it at the right time? Well, only time will tell. Oh, there goes the 98 hard up into the outside wall.
Oh, no. I hope that doesn't put him out of podium contention. I was really looking forward to talking to the driver of the 98. Here comes the 25, ready to take advantage as well. AJ Evangelista on the outside.
He gained his composure there, but it may have taken him out of the top 3. Man, that was a hard hit, though. He kept it under control, which was nice.
Albert Anderson's pop out there cheering for Albert, saying, now or never. Hope you out. Hope your tires hold out. That's probably what he's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. White flag?
Yeah, white flag indeed. So no more cautions here tonight. This is the final lap. 8 of Dylan Bryant out in front of the 42 of Kevin Winker here. Looked like Kevin Winker was trying to maybe mount a charge there in turns 1 and 2, but backs off of it, gathering up that momentum down this back straightaway. You can see that squiggle and everybody line on up. Tried to get into a line here and get whatever draft they can. As there goes that 42 down low. He sees an opening, trying to get the run as they run out of turns 3 and 4. It's going to be side by side. Winker and Bryant side by side battling for this race win. Drag racing down to the line, but it's not going to be enough as the 8 machine of Dylan Bryant picks up the win. Winker close behind. 98 of Leach was indeed able to hold on for a podium.
Wow, those front 2.
Winker tried to get
what was going on there.
He tried to get that side draft at the last minute there. Great finish, man. And like I said, 3 and 4, that's where your money, that's where you get your money right there, and they proved it. Great job by Connor Leach. He hung on after hitting the wall with about 4 to go.
Yep.
So
Lucas Lyons and
Awesome.
Double O Joe Bennett as well, completing your top 5 here.
yeah, love some Michigan.
Oh, love to see the Canadian flag flying.
Do you?
The same shot.
We're,
Yeah,
we're on
looks like
American
they're at
soil
Victory.
here.
It's at Victory Circle there. So
Oh,
they do have the Canadian flag. We do have a Canadian
Do the
flag.
Canadian? Let's ask this: is there American flag flying in Canada right now?
Oh, there could be.
Well, I'd like to
Just
know.
track close to the border. I don't know.
Is
But I
it
think
close?
I think it's a great thing to have Connor Leach sitting down there.
Well, we'll have to ask him. I'm about freedom, and I do like Canada. I had to give them a hard time because they gave us some of the best comedians known to mankind.
Sure.
Norm Macdonald, isn't he from there?
Yep.
So,
Just north of Toronto somewhere.
yeah,
Well,
John Candy.
they're our friends.
Well, speaking of Canada, let's go ahead and talk to tonight's third place finisher of the 98, Mr. Connor Leach, coming across that line on the first step of that podium. Man, congratulations. A fantastic race and a great finish for you tonight in that machine. But it looks like you definitely had some stuff left in that tank if it weren't for that little wall contact there with a couple to go.
Yeah, it was. I was running pretty good. I had wall contact earlier in I guess the second to last run there, and that was slowing me down a lot. So it was just took a risk, took the faster pair, hoping I'd stay out of trouble at the end, and it was going really good. Then yeah, just a little bit of wall contact. I don't think it slowed me down as far as speed in the car, but yeah, no, it was a great race. That was fun.
Yeah, not a whole lot of damage on that Chevrolet Camaro ChevyGoods.com number 98 machine. Looked great all race. You were always in that spot where you had a little bit of contact or you were dodging some action out there on the track. But a more technical track this week than next week as you guys head to Daytona. You looking forward to that one or no?
Oh yeah, I'm always looking forward to another race. It's fun in this series. Was missing my teammates out there today at Dirt Monkey Racing, but it's too bad they weren't in this one. But yeah, next week should be fun. I mean, Daytona is always a toss-up. You never know. But I think this whole season so far, this is the first race I've had actually the result I was kind of looking for, thought I could get, especially with these tracks that aren't the Talladegas and Daytonas.
Yeah, great job here at Michigan. It's more of a technical track for this series, and it really got to put your brain power into it, and you did. You did a great job. Bet you're ready to get out of that rig. But before that, would you like to give us some shout outs?
Yeah, I guess just shout out to my teammates, which they're here. But other than that, it's kind of just me at home up in Canada. It's not cold, by the way. I'm sweating. But yeah, just mostly just me. I mean, I just go to work every day, come home, do a little bit of iRacing, and have a good time. I'm glad to be a part of this league. It's been really good.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the great finish here tonight, and we look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action again there next week, buddy.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And with that, we'll move on up a position to tonight's second place finisher, and it's a man with all the lights. It's going to be the 42 of Mr. Kevin Winker, trying to prove his sponsors proud here tonight at one of their home tracks here at Michigan. And man, it definitely looked like you could possibly maybe sneak one in there on the last second, Kevin, just running out of a little bit of momentum there.
Yeah, I think I kind of used my tires up that last stint just to try to get as big of a gap as I can on Albert and Dylan just, he said he used up his tires getting to us. I could see that, but then he got around me. I just couldn't do anything with it. And I was hoping maybe Lucas or Joe could help me there, but they kind of fell off. And then it was just me and Dylan there at the end. Nice side-by-side finish. Tried to side draft him, but didn't quite work. But I'll take a P2 for my home sponsor track tonight. So.
Yeah, man. Bruce Muehlberger sponsoring you and a few other guys out there. Muehlberger Custom Homes. That Chevrolet Camaro was quick, and you had a lot of support out there on the YouTube chat. And Dylan Bryant just damn quick out there tonight. And I even thought maybe we might see a Nick Biddy or a Mark Collins get up there to challenge, but they kind of got away from the front pack there after that, that last set of pit stops and everything. How crucial was the pit strategy out there tonight for you and Dylan and Connor, all you guys finishing up there out in the front?
I think it was pretty verse. I mean, I think I was the first one to pit out of us three. I don't know when Connor pitted, but I know Dylan was like 7-8 laps and he ran us down. So it was kind of like that game of, do you want to get out front versus the caution come out and everything. So, and I kind of figured maybe the undercut would be the way to go. And I don't think I was running top 5 anyway. So it wasn't really like a loss to me. I was just trying to get the win, but good to see different strategies tonight. I know Lucas and Joe fell off there at the end, which sucks. I was hoping they were going to help me, but it was a nice green flag run to the end there to finish off the race.
Yeah, awesome job here. This track is a little crazy. It's not like your super speedways per se that we're used to in this particular series. So glad to see you do a good job out there managing it, especially with the tires. It was kind of rough. It's a really hot track. You managed it well. Who would you like to give some shout outs to?
First, though, you guys know Bruce Muehlberger Custom Homes. He's from Michigan, so it's his home track. I know he's watching tonight, so big shout out to him. He supports me and Josh in our league, so big shout out to him. Shout out to Nate Cogdale for the killer paint. Check him out on Facebook at Sonic Graphics Designs if you want any kind of paint made up. And then all of Winker Nation, my girlfriend Shauna, Brandon, Justin, Nicole, Brett, Dylan, all the guys out there that support me. I can't thank them enough for tuning every night. My teammates plus EV, I know, I don't know where Josh finished, but I know we had 3 in the top 5, so another good points night for team-wise. And Derek for putting this on. I know he had some major troubles tonight. He wasn't very happy, but thanks for putting this whole league on, and then you as always for broadcasting. We appreciate it.
Awesome, man. Well, great running from the Team Winker machine up there. Number 42 finishing in second, having a fantastic run, man. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing you guys back out here in action, buddy.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys.
And with that, we move on up to tonight's race winner. And he also has his driver cam thing on, so I gotta make sure I flip that over because we're not talking to Winker anymore. We're talking to the number 8. There's no 0 in front of him today. That is Mr. Dylan Bryant picking up the race win on that top step of the podium, man. Congratulations on a great run there. Yeah, looked like that Pepsi machine got kind of beaten around in the mid-pack a little bit, but you were able to fight on through and get yourself through the mess.
Oh yeah, I got beat up a tad bit, and it was a caution-filled race. Of course, at the start of it, and I think I went through the grass and got damaged and had to use up my fast repair and stuff. And it was a very eventful race. I knew I had a fast car, but just trying to get back up front and avoid the chaos was the hardest thing.
We had a pretty straight race car when y'all got finished. It wasn't too beat up. It was fairly straight, and representing All-Star Racing out there, did one heck of a job. You're also representing yourself. You have a Facebook page, Dylan Bryant Sim Racing, over there on Facebook. Folks need to go over there and give you a follow so they can check out whenever you're online. But yeah, man. Daytona's next week. How you feel about that? It's a little bit different track than a technical one like here at Michigan.
Yeah, I prefer the technical tracks, to be honest. Just so much happens at the restrictor plate tracks, and a lot of stuff's out of your hands. And I'm not perfect or anything, but I get caught up in a lot of people's wrecks, and I really haven't had a season that I started with last season in the Super Speedway series. I think I'm like 18th in the points and stuff. I just can't finish a race. And so I circle all the smaller tracks, and I put a lot of time and focus into them. And a lot of strategy, and that way I can try to win these. And that way, when I have bad luck on the restrictor plate tracks, it's kind of a wash. So,
Well, that strategy worked out for you tonight. Awesome job. Man, I love this track, and it was fun watching you out there
Oh, yeah.
coming, using that strategy. Because a few laps to go, you were 10 back, and we were kind of discussing, who was going to make it with those fresh tires, and you did it. Good job tonight. Who would you like to give some shout outs to?
well, first and foremost, it's not a shout out, but I want to apologize to Double O Joe. Kind of hesitated with me moving up in front of him. I knew I had to get to the front as fast as I could, and I moved up some and hesitated. I seen how fast he was coming up, so I kind of moved back down some, and he bumped me, and I think it just shut them up. It was a lot of momentum. If you lose it, you got other people that will pounce on you and stuff, and 100% my bad on that. I'm sure he was mad, but it wasn't intentional. I had the room to move up, but I just took too long, and then I was like, well, if he hits me real hard, I could, wreck, and, I knew I had him beat. I just couldn't do anything too stupid to cause myself to get spun out and stuff, and, all of that went through my mind, and, less than a second, and he kind of got the bad end of it. I think he still finished like fourth, but I wanted to, apologize to him, and I want to give a huge shout out to All Star Racing Albert, Michael, Larry, Bert, Jack, everybody that's involved in All Star Racing. I love being a part of their team and representing Albert and what he's about, and just all the sponsors too. Just everything that Derek does for the league and stuff. I know we give him a hard time at times, and it's a lot
fun.
on him, and
it's fun though. It's fun to give Derek a hard time.
Oh yeah, and of course on Friday night, I was one of the ones arguing with people. So, but yeah, just a huge shout out to Derek and all the admins and stuff, and I'm looking forward to the special event race coming up on, I think, the 29th, and I'm looking forward to represent All Star, and if I am one of the guys who wins the race, I'm going to donate the winnings to the family and stuff. So hopefully I can try to at least get a top three and just give back the winnings to them. So I know they're going through a hard time, and my thoughts and prayers are with them.
Awesome, man. Well, great running out here tonight for that 8 machine. Mr. Dylan Bryant picking up the win here at Michigan, man. Congratulations, and look forward to seeing you back out in here action tomorrow night there, buddy.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
And with that closes out all the driver interviews and everything here this evening. And boys, here once again, find ourselves at the conclusion of another pretty good Michigan race. A hot one tonight.
Yeah, great field. Good size field. And minimal cautions out there tonight, and some strategy coming into play towards the end. Something we always like to see at these technical tracks.
Yeah, they couldn't really figure it out early, but they got it figured out late. That's what mattered, because we saw some good race in the last probably 30 laps or so. Last half of the race was really good, so had fun watching this one.
And that indeed. Let's go ahead and do our official final field rundown here from this great race here tonight, with that 8 machine picking up the win. The 42 of Kevin Winker, just a little shy, in the 98 of Connor Leach, having a fantastic run all to finish out that podium. You got the 25 Lucas Lyons having a pretty good run out there tonight, staying pretty much right within reach of where he started there in 4th, and Double O Joe Bennett will round out your top 5. 23 of the Mac Daddy Mark Collins, picking up the hardest charger in this race, having a fantastic run for that 23 machine, finishing in 6th. 7th will be the 32 of Mr. Nick Biddy, having a pretty solid run. Same thing there with the 99 of Albert Anderson. I think it might have been a pit strategy there at the end that bit the 99 a little bit there, but a solid 8th place finish for him. You got the 5 of Anthony Williams, once again, just kind of quietly moving his way along up the track, up 15 spots for the 5 to finish here tonight in 9th. With the 31 of Scott Milner, he got beaten, battered, and bruised here tonight, but he still manages to find a way to sneak into that top 10.
Yeah, Josh Moore and that Chevrolet representing Muhlenberger Custom Homes out there. Started on the pole, as usual, for Josh out there, but he'll finish here in 11th place. Zeth Hawley in the 48 in his VR headset moves up a whole bunch of spots. He started way near the back in 26. He'll finish in 12th. 13th will be Paul Durkee in the 13 machine, the 67 of Cubby. Nathan Stanley will finish in 14th. 15th, Chris Jordan in the 78. 73 of Josh Kelleher will finish in 16th place. Also working his way up a whole bunch of spots from the back of the pack. Also the last car on the lead lap. The first car 1 lap down, the 005 machine of AJ Evangelista will finish in 17th place. 18th will be Derek Welch in the 1 machine. The 88 of Tate Cawthorn will finish in 19th, right about where he started. And Patrick Mahaney in the 76 will round out your top 20.
In 21st, you'll have the 22 of Chuck Kiger. In 22nd, Brandon Coleman in that 19 machine. 23rd, to number 9 of Thomas Welch. Number 33, the Gambler, Paul Ferdiani, finishes this thing. In 24th, Mike Adamson had a good run early. That's a bad look late in the 89. Ended up 25th. Tristan Cotton, 77. 26, Mike Corveau. In the 7, ended up 27th. 28th, Tom Bears, a double nickel. A rough night for the man of Tennessee, Timothy Stubblefield, 29th in the 92. Larry Dickerson, very aggressive driving we saw from him. Number 69 ended up 30th. And the number 6 of Joe David, 31st.
And that is your field here tonight. As always, we thank you all for tuning in and watching and having a fantastic time with us out there in the chat, because you guys are the reason why we do this and have such a good time while doing it as well. So thank you guys for that. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell if you haven't done so already. And be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well, because, man, we really want to see Turner fight Bill Gates. I think it's going to be a triple threat match between Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos. I think all 3 of y'all are going to.
It's a Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I'll take them both out. Just me versus both of them. They can come at me. Come at me. Let's
and
do
Zuckerberg and Gates and Bezos.
I'll take them all. Take them all. Yeah, no problem. Got them.
Yeah, so we definitely want to see that. So be sure to hit that thumbs up button as well. So also got to say a big thank you to Martin Sports for sponsoring tonight's race in the Martin Sports 180 from Michigan. Thank you guys. Of course, as always, be sure to go check them on out and order some customized race apparel down there. Of course, we also have to say a huge thank you to the other proud sponsors like Davidson Builders, DEP Graphics, Sim Gear Central, Trek Bar Media as well. So thank you guys for jumping on board here and supporting a fantastic league such as the NTRL. So with that, we close things on down for tonight. Tomorrow night, though, we return with some next-gen Cup cars tomorrow night in the NTRL Cup Series. That should be a fantastic night full of racing, so stay tuned for that one as we get to going here. I'm Alan Brown for Alan English and Adam Turner. We're signing off.
We gone.
See ya.